Good morning, good afternoon, One Love Center community. And if you're not part of the community yet, make sure that you join us. Make sure that you come and send us your information so we can know about you and we can integrate you in our community. Happy Sunday. Yes, it's the first Sunday of the month. Can you believe that? Yes, my name is Ellen Suazo, and I am a practitioner for One Love Center, Centers for Spiritual Living, and we are here in our Sunday celebration for this month as we embark in a new theme, the theme of interconnectedness. Yes, can you believe that? Yeah. Radical interconnection, that is the theme of the month. And today's theme is embracing our interconnectedness, because we must embrace that interconnectedness. We must realize that. And when we realize that, so much change can happen in the world, around us, everywhere we go. So, but before we go on, I would like to invite you to join us in singing the song that we always play that is just perfect for us, and that is Choosing Heaven. It's a good way to start our celebration. So make sure that you choose wisely. Make sure that you choose who you want to be, what you want to feel, what you want to manifest, what you want to express in the world. So choose wisely. Choosing Heaven.
Heaven
Yes, choosing heaven. I chose health. That's what I chose. I chose abundance of health. And before we go on with our um, celebration, as we always do, we we do an evocation, and we're gonna have our guests, our special guest, and this guest is really, really special for me, Alice, because I was thinking about it. I've known this beautiful being for 10 years, for a decade. She has seen me grown. She has seen me develop. She has seen me starting in this journey as a practitioner. And it brings tears to my eyes to think about it. When someone that is so dear to me is here with us today, sharing the celebration. And what a special person to have today in this special topic that we're going to be speaking about, which is interconnection. How are we interconnected, intertwined one with the other? And so, um, a practitioner of Centers of Spiritual Living, and she lives in Canada, and she travels the world. She is amazing. She is a singer with an amazing faith. She lives the teachings. She practices the teachings. She sings about the teachings. So it's really wonderful to have Patricia Watson here with us, and I would love to have her do our evocation. So thank you, Patricia, for being here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I am honored. I am honored. And so let's just take a breath. Let's take that collective breath. God is, I am. God is, you are. God is, we are. And we are love. We are peace. And we are joy. And so, in this moment, in this beautiful and loving moment, I know and always claim that there is that one power and that one presence and that one mind that I choose to call God. And so I know that as we come together this morning in this beautiful, beautiful service, knowing that there is that always is that interconnectedness that just spreads, literally spreads throughout everyone and everything within this universe and beyond. And so, as we come together just to celebrate that knowing, just to embrace that knowing, just to stand in and be grounded in that knowing, I am so, so eternally grateful. So I just release my word into the law of mind, into the law of the universe that only and always says yes. I just allow it to be. And together we claim, and so it is. Ashe. Amen.
And so it is. Ashe, amen. Yes, yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes. I love how you look, all that music that you bring inside. And now we get to enjoy it and appreciate it. Thank you so much for that beautiful way of
Thank you.
bringing us to evoke the spirit within each one of us.
Thank you.
And as we evoke that spirit within us, we open ourselves to receive what we have here today to share. So if you're just joining us now, we welcome you to One Love Center. We welcome you to One Love Center, and we like to always say, "Welcome to a place where love grows."
Mhm.
Here at One Love Center, our mission is to provide a stable, welcoming community for all who choose to learn, practice, grow, and play in the unfolding of their understanding of spiritual principles and spiritual living. Our vision here at One Love Center is that we envision a world, a sacred environment where spiritual living flourishes through the continual growth and development of learning and application of spiritual principles. One Love Center practices compassion in service, loving action, and joyous, prosperous giving in the community. So, like we always like to say, we welcome you. We welcome you to a place where love grows. And when I say love grows here because I am here and you can see how much love has grown. And Patricia is a witness to it,
It
just like
is,
Reverend
yes,
Rodney as well, and Reverend Hydra.
definitely.
So, but one of the things that we love to do for you, if this is your first time here with us, is that we love to support the people that come here, and for you to know that we receive you and embrace you wherever you are in your journey. And we are what um, Patricia did was a prayer. Okay, that's the evocation. But also, we as practitioners, as licensed practitioners, we like to support you with prayers as well. So we require that you email us, that you send us a text, that you go to our website and make sure that you add your name and email address so we can stay in contact with you. You can request your prayers at reverendrod17 at gmail.com, or you can give us a call at 844-295-5155. So make sure that you reach out so we can support you with prayers. Prayers are powerful. They are so powerful and they work. The reality of it is that every word that we speak are prayers. So we must be mindful of that as well. But we must know how to use our words so they can be very powerful. And as practitioners, as professional licensed practitioners, we have gone through some studying and we know exactly how it works. So we are here to support you in that process. And at the same time, we like to say thank you for those of you that continuously support One Love Center by making your donations on a weekly basis, on a bi-weekly basis. Anytime that you would like to send us your donation, you can do it throughout the service or after, whatever you do. What we know is that we would like you to give from a place of abundance, give from a place of overflowing, that you give from that place that you have more than enough, and that whatever you give is not pinching your pocket. So we're very grateful for all your donations, for those of you that have been donating. And for those of you that is the first time that you are here, we would like to tell you that you can go to PayPal. You can actually go to our website, onelovecenter.org. Click on the donation button. It's going to take you through the process of PayPal to make your donations. You can also use Cash Me App, and that symbol is $1LoveCSL. So we invite you to do that throughout the service, and anytime that you feel like doing that throughout the week or the month. And we're very grateful for your donations because that's the only way, that's one of the ways that we are here doing this ministry of love. And so it is so good to be able to create this sacred space with Patricia, my instructor, and to explore the depths of our interconnectedness and the divine presence that flows through each one of us. There's not one of us that this presence is not flowing. So we it's great to know that this omnipresence, divine God, love, whatever you want to call it, it is what is animating this body of yours, is what is giving you this life. And when we understand that, we can understand that we are all connected. And the day that we realize that, that really acknowledge that, and we can feel that, then we will live in a different world for sure. That's my take on that. When we realize that there's not one thing that is not connected to us, not just as humans, but also nature, and also the animal kingdom, everything. There's not one thing that we're not connected with. So we must recognize that larger, to see that bigger picture of who we are. And when we have that understanding, then we understand, my God, how profound that is. How profound that is. How can that allow us to shift our perceptions about others as well, how we treat others and how we communicate with others. It shifted everything in us. You know, I like to mention that Ernest Holmes, who's our founder of Science of Mind, he emphasizes that prayer, meditation, writing, reading are essential. Yet that's not enough if we're not taking action, if we don't live those that
Right.
prayer, if we don't live what comes through meditation, if we don't do what our words are saying. So then we will defeat the purpose of life. That's what's going to happen. We will defeat the purpose of life, and then we will be just meditating or just praying or just reading. So we must go use those tools, but at the same time, we must be able to bring that into the world, because otherwise we're not living in the world. We're just observing the world, and we're here not to be of the world, but we are here in the world. So our our 2 cents have to be evolved in it. And so I love to hear what I was about to say, Reverend. What
That's the first time
Patricia
I've been called that.
has,
Which is
what
okay.
Patricia has in her heart to share with us in regards to this topic of interconnectedness, of embracing it. How can we embrace this interconnection between us? And you can speak from that wisdom that you have, that beautiful heart that you have, and also from experiences
Right.
with other students, because I know you have thousands of students by this time.
Right.
So,
Can I'll start by this morning. It snowed yesterday, so it's
mm,
really beautiful. And so I went for a walk in the woods yesterday,
mm,
and I went for a walk in the woods this morning. And I'm going to show you. Hold on one second. This. Whoops. How do we do that? This is what. So this is my walk in the woods this morning,
mm,
and it's just amazingly beautiful, and a beautiful way to actually connect with nature. And I have what I call my meditation rock back there.
uh-huh.
And so I have two. So I walked to the first meditation rock and I sat and I looked around at the beauty of surrounding me. And I looked up at the sky, which basically today is cloudless, and thought, there is the interconnectedness between myself and nature. And how beautiful it is to recognize it. And as I'm coming back, there's this little chickadee that's kind of following me and going, chickadee. um, and just realizing that not only are we connected to nature and the rocks and the trees and the water and the sky and the moon and the sun, etc., but we also need to realize how connected we are to humanity.
Mm.
And so for me, it starts here. So in order for me to feel connected to other people, I need to feel connected to myself.
Oh.
Actually, giving an example of giving so much to other people at one point where I forgot who I was.
Mm.
And so it's really important now to take time, which I do in the morning, and I do my prayer work, but I start with my meditation and then go into my prayer work. And
Mm.
now I'm doing Tai Chi. So I
Mm.
do my Tai Chi in the morning and sometimes at night as well, and meditate and reading. That's my centeredness. That's my groundedness. That's when we talk about feeling grounded and being grounded. I need to be grounded before I can actually connect with others. Because if I don't, I'm giving from a well that eventually goes dry. And I won't have that happen anymore. I've had it happen. Yeah. We learn from our lessons. Okay. So I love a friend of mine is going to be doing a piece for us for our study group, and it's around Anima Mundi, and it's a Latin phrase that translates to soul of the world. It's referring to the concept that the universe is animated by a vital force or spirit that connects all living things, essentially suggesting that the world itself is animated by a soul. Much like the human body, it is used in the philosophical and spiritual context to describe the interconnectedness of all existence. And so, just totally understanding what that means and how it, especially now, in terms of what's happening in the world. And I know that, people are sending me all these kind of information and this is happening and what do you think about it, et cetera, on down the line. And I step back and connect to source because what I don't want to get caught up in, and you know what race consciousness is, what I don't want to get caught up in is race consciousness around, oh, ain't it awful? And then I lose my center. And you know what I'm talking about. So to me, it's also how I show up in my community. For example, I can't save the world. I can save myself. But also, what I can do too is do something within my community and abroad to actually help in connecting with people around the world. So, let's say, for instance, um, both David and I, my husband, give to different charities. One that touches my soul so beautifully is this little 10-year-old boy in Malawi that we support, him and his
Mm.
family, through World Vision Canada. Okay. And we get these little reports, and I write him, and I send him emails and things of that nature. And I feel, even though I've never met him, I feel that interconnectedness with him and his family. So there are ways that we can help out in many, many situations that are happening around the world. For instance, my center, which is, I belong to the Center of Peace in Philadelphia. So I'm a remote practitioner. I'm a real remote. um, and so we've done, a collection to assist people in California in terms of what's transpiring. So there's so many things that we can do to assist in our communities. Like there's an organization here in Nova Scotia called Souls Harbor, which actually works to assist the homeless and also people who are marginalized. And so what they do here in Bridgewater is every day they feed at lunchtime. And in the winter, one of the churches, the Lutheran church here, puts people up overnight.
Mm.
So there are things, and I, because I cannot assist them in terms of serving during the day. I tried it once. Being on my feet for 4.5 hours did not work. So I can give to them via donations, clothing, going and singing there every now and then, which I do. But just looking at how we can help out in our community and see what's going on. So I think that that's the, I know like John Lennon wrote the song Imagine, imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. And it's just beautiful because what I think of when I think of that song is, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one because there's a lot of us out there. And there are a lot of us who are in tune with not only our bodies and ourselves and what's going on here, but we're also in tune with what's going on in the world, and we don't get caught up in the drama
Mhm,
and the
mhm,
chaos.
mhm.
So, is there a way for me to feel interconnected to everyone in some way? It's through what I'm doing. My singing. I go to nursing homes and I sing. I go to what's called the Memory Cafe, which I love. And the Memory Cafe is an organization that takes seniors who have dementia out of the nursing home into a restaurant or something of that nature and bring in all kinds of entertainment. And so I've done it last year for them. I'm doing it a couple of times this year. But it's a way to look at what's happening within my own neighborhood because I can touch my own neighborhood. It's hard for me to touch, let's say, Africa, although I do help out in Africa as well. Um, but it's a way to look at how I can touch my community, and in doing that, be be connected and realize my boundaries. Because everybody calls me. Hold on 1 second. I'll let my husband get that.
We can hear you.
Okay, sorry. So it's literally looking at what is it that I can do here in my community to assist and beyond. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that you have covered a lot to reflect on, and you started with taking care of you first, because we must we must be in an overflowing of everything before we can give out. It's just like if you give money, give from a place of overflowing. If you give your
Right,
time, give from the overflowing. Don't
right.
give from not having, because then it's not going to do what your intention it is to see. Right.
Exactly.
So and it's so important for us to take care of ourselves. The reality is, I've learned too. Just like you said, I was listening to you speak, and I was just like, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I've learned that lesson very well, and I
Oh
can
yeah.
feel it the moment that I start going away from that. I can feel it in my mood. I can feel it in my body.
Yeah.
I can feel it in my emotions. And so it's just like, it's interesting, I like to say it's interesting, to say the least, how everything is affected because I don't have boundaries and because I'm not giving from a place of overflowing.
Right.
And so when we do that, when we put ourselves first, when we connect with ourselves, now we actually are really connecting with others as well, because we honoring the self, we honoring the inner beingness of us. And when we do that, we are connecting with everybody else by taking care of ourselves, to
Exactly.
putting ourselves first. There's no way that we cannot connect with others everything that is around us when we do that. So
Yeah.
I think that having that understanding is so important, because there's a lot of other teachings out there that says different, like put everybody else first, by or giving is better than receiving, and all that nonsense. To me is just nonsense. But how many of us are victims of those beliefs,
Yeah.
you know are victims of those beliefs, and we allow those beliefs to dictate how we are in the world. And it's so important not to forget about that, and shift those beliefs and replace those beliefs with the with the truth of who we are.
Yeah.
And also, I love what you say about giving, right? About how you give to people, to this little boy that you feel connected. But what's coming to me as you were speaking was that by everything that you're doing and all the forms that you're doing, you are actually touching everything all around you, whether it's close or far, because everything is just one. So
Yes.
there's no way that you can do there's no way that as you do for yourself and you give around your neighborhood and wherever you choose to give, it has a ripple effect in the world.
It
And
does.
it has been proven scientifically, because scientifically we are all energy and everything that we do is energy. So it cannot be affected, right? So
Yeah.
we have this quote from Ernest Holmes, that he says, um, we took this quote from this thing called You, page 141. It says, "We are all some part of the universal order. This union, however, does not mean sameness. For while unity requires conformity to principles, unity never means uniformity. Every blade of grass, every crystal, every drop of water, like every individual, is a little different from any other species." So imagine we don't need to be the same, yet we are one,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Exactly.
So it's when we remember that, then we can empower ourselves and empower others. And
Hmm.
so it's as we as I always like to tell anyone that comes, okay.
Oh, you're back. There
I'm
you are.
back. I'm back. We're back. We're back. So, you cover so much content in what you said this first in this few minutes that you took, but also
So you're freezing.
can make a difference in the world, right?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
And can we see this difference that we're making in the world?
We can see the difference. We just need to. I mean, I step back. Well, every year when we do taxes, we definitely see the difference. But it's interesting because I realize that um, we're giving from a place of love and a place of understanding.
Hmm.
Um, I have this saying that love speaks to me all through the day, and I try, doesn't happen all day long, okay, but I try to come from that place, and when I'm not, I do a stop and look at what's going on in my consciousness that's not allowing me to be loving.
Hmm.
And then how do I step back from that and shift so that I can move forward? I'm doing a thing right now with the Brahma Kumaris, which is an organization that's worldwide. Um, and it's meditations on from fear to love. And it's a
Hmm.
14-day meditation from fear to love. and looking at what's holding me back, you
Mm.
know, analyzing and looking at where is that coming from, and then moving through it, not over it, not around it, but acknowledging it and then moving through it and becoming grounded again, which is wonderful. Now, as you know, it's a daily practice. So, one of the things I love is, especially when I think about the interconnectedness, is the Buddhists have this loving kindness meditation, which I do every now and then.
Yes, yes,
And it's like, may I read it?
yes,
Okay.
please.
So it's from the Buddhist tradition. May you be at peace. May your heart remain open.
Mhm.
May you continually awaken to the light of your own Christ consciousness, which is your true nature. May you be one with God. May you be the source of oneness for others.
Mm.
May I be at peace. May my heart remain open. May I continually awaken to the light of my own true Christ consciousness, which is my own true nature. May I be one with God, and may I be the source of oneness for others.
Mm.
May there be peace on earth. May our hearts be open to each other. May we awaken to the light of the Christ consciousness and our own true nature. May we all be blessed and a blessing to all that is.
Mm.
And I added, and so it is.
And so it is. Yes, yes, yes.
So every now and then, I will actually do the meditation and I will sing through it.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And
That's
there's a poem I would love to share with you. It's an artist, Mary Summer Rain. I don't know if you've heard of her, but
no.
she's written books. She's a philosopher. She's in the States,
Okay.
and it's a poem. It's called "Poetry for the Soul." It goes, "Walk gently through life, for all the foothills must resound respect.
Mm.
Talk softly in life, for all the word must speak kindness. Act prudently in life, for all the deeds must manifest peace. Think compassionately in life, for all thoughts must echo love. In this way, we do live in a sacred manner. In this way, we do reflect the soul of the great mystery. And in this way, we are who we are and live our lives accordingly." And it goes on and on and on and on and on. But
Mm.
I love it. So the last part of it is today, rejoice and celebrate the goodness of life, love and continued happiness. Love and kindness will continually fill your life. I
Mm.
love it. I love it. It's one of
Mm.
my favorite poems. And
That's beautiful. That's
yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
And it's all about life. It's all about living our lives according to God's call for our purpose in our lives,
Hmm.
and showing up in that way, and then sharing our gifts. That's the interconnectedness.
That's
Sharing
it.
the, God gave me the gift of music, and I didn't do it for years. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's missing here? Something's wrong. So
you.
whatever our purpose is, I'm doing visioning next week with the Second Story Women's Center, and the week after that with an alternative school of kids, and that's kids that are from junior high to high school. I
Mm.
love it because that's one thing that I would love to do in terms of getting into the high schools around here. Maybe that's something I need to do. Getting into the high schools around here and doing visioning with kids as they move forward in their lives. So they're living their purpose, they're living their life, they're living what God intended for them, not what my mother wanted to be a nurse. Now, there's nothing wrong with nursing, but I'll be honest with you, blood and I don't get along. So I saw an episiotomy once and almost passed out. So I went, no, that's not for me.
Yes,
So
yes, yes,
it's
yes,
finding our purpose, and
yes,
that's
yes.
the interconnectedness to our soul, so that we can share that with others as
That's
well.
right. That's right. I really love everything that you have covered, because you cover all my questions that I had prepared for you. So I love it that I don't have to ask, and you're just giving it all out to us. It's beautiful when things just flow so naturally like that without even practicing. This is I really appreciate your input, your wisdom,
Thank you.
and the way that you have really given us so many examples of how to be in the world, and how to connect with the world, and how to connect with each other,
Yes.
connect with nature, connect with the what you feel that is in your heart to share with others. It's so important, because each one of us have our own calling, right?
Yeah.
With being willing to honor that calling, right? I always said to myself, I do what I do because this is what I feel my soul is calling me to do. And I looked around and I could say, what, I could have been doing other things, but that's not what my soul is calling me to do. So, and in this calling, I feel joy. I'm joyful about it.
Yes.
It flows through me. It's just so easy. It's not something that I have to push myself or force myself to it.
Right.
And
Right.
I feel so in it, so alive in it. And I think that that's one of the things that you're gonna discover as you become more in touch with living in your purpose. You're gonna be happy, you're gonna be
Oh,
joyful, time is gonna fly, and you're just gonna be in this beautiful energy. And it doesn't feel like work, even though that work is required. Task
Well,
needs
work
to
is
be done,
required to get there, but it's fun. I see it as I don't see it as work. You know, I see it as my life's mission. And so,
Mm-hmm,
what are the steps I need to take to get there?
mm-hmm,
And this is important for me. And who are the people I need to surround myself with that are my cheerleaders, that assist me in this process, that don't go, oh,
yes.
why are you trying that?
Yes, 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 yes.
My
That
answer
is
now is
so
because I
important.
love it and I want to.
Yes, yes, yes. That is so important. That is the reason why we always ask those of you that are watching that you want to be part of a community that sees you and accepts you and can understand you, because a lot of people might not be able, they're not. It's not that they don't want to. It's not that they're mean. It's just that they're not there, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that as well,
Exactly.
because we must give freedom to everyone to be who they want, choose to be. And so we must surround ourselves with like-minded people, and having a spiritual community is just the best place to do it, because then you can really grow, you can really flourish, you can really live in your purpose, and the possibilities are endless, right? The
Exactly.
possibilities are endless. And no matter how old you are or how long you did,
Exactly.
and no matter how long you didn't do your purpose, what matters is that you can start today.
Yeah.
That's the best part of it as well, right?
I did a visioning workshop for a positive aging group that comes out of Philadelphia last year. Last year, yeah. And people are anywhere from 50 to 90, who knows what. But the bottom line is, it's what is God's purpose for your life right here and right now? Doesn't have to be last year, doesn't have to be 2 years from now, but what is the purpose right now? Because in 2 years it might shift.
That's right.
Right. But live it now.
Yes,
Have
yes, yes,
fun.
yes. Yes, right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Swoosh. So now we're gonna go to our to our affirmations. So I invite you to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and anchor yourself. As you anchor in this, in the notes that you took about how you can be how can you feel interconnected? And so, so the first is, it is so that I celebrate the beauty of life, trusting that I am more than enough. Take a deep breath and keep that affirmation in your heart. Can you help us with the second one, beloved?
It is so that I fully accept myself and the wonders of life, knowing I am complete just as I am.
Mm. Take a deep breath and anchor in the truth of who you are. And our last affirmation, it is so that I fully accept myself and the wonders of life, knowing I am complete just as I am. It is so. I fully accept myself and the wonders of life, knowing I am complete just as I am. I had to repeat that twice because that is so important. Take a deep breath. And in that space of accepting the truth of who you are, recognizing that there's only one power, one mind, one mind, and that you are that mind. You are part of that power. As this power is in each one of us, manifesting and showing up in each one of us in different ways, in different forms, different colors. But at the end of the day, it's the one within each one of us. It's an individualization of the power of God that is animating your beingness, your experience in this lifetime, in this experience called life, this human experience. And as you recognize your truth, how, how powerful you are, and how many infinite possibilities you have to show up and to do and to be and to have in the world. As you accept this truth of you, you begin to realize that the truth of you is the truth of all, and how interconnected each one of us is with the other. And the more we realize that, and the more we are aware of it, we become compassionate, we become patient, we accept each other in each other's journey, as each one of us is in their own journey, without judging it, whether it's good or bad. It just is. Really just allowing each person to be where they are, and knowing that as you and me do this process and we recognize the powerful beings that we are opening ourselves and allowing others the opportunity to remember who they are, because they just had forgotten. We forget, but we're here to remember how interconnected we are. And as we remember, every time we remember, we can be in joy. We can feel the gratitude of this realization. I am so grateful that I can know this, that I can be this, that I can walk in this path of showing, not necessarily telling, but showing my interconnectedness to all. And I say mine, and as I say I'm speaking about yourself as well. You that are listening now, you that are listening now or later during this broadcast. There's so many blessings for each one of us as we remember the truth of who we are and whose we are. It's so great to know this truth. And as I continue to open myself to this understanding, to this knowing, I continue to be grateful. And as I continue to be grateful, I allow it to be, knowing it is so, knowing it is what is supposed to be, as the law works always, 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 always. And I let it be. I let it be, trusting in divine love. And so it is, and now it is. Ashe, amen.
Shade on them.
So beautiful to know this truth. It touches my heart every time I do this. And so I want to invite you to let you know that what just happened, that was a affirmative prayer. That was an affirmative prayer. And that's one of the ways that we support you in this journey. And we like to remind you to connect with us, because that's the only way that we will know to pray for you. So make sure that you send us an email to reverendvat17@gmail.com, or you can even send us a text, or give us a call and at 844-295-5155. And remember that all your prayers are confidential. We do not share your prayers with anyone. Whoever takes that prayer, that's the person that prays for it. We keep praying for you for 7 days. After 7 days, if we have not heard from you, we assume the prayer has been answered. If you would like us to continue to pray for that situation and that condition, make sure that you reach out to us and we will continue to pray for you. If you need more support than just prayer, we have professionals, licensed practitioners here in One Love Center in CSL, and that can support you in your journey. Never try to do things by yourself. Yes, practitioner sessions, there is a fee, but don't let money be the reason why you're not supported, why you don't have someone to walk with you. We all need somebody to walk with you, but not just anybody, the right person. As we spoke earlier, having the right people around us makes a big difference. so, so make sure that you do that, okay? And also, we like to say at this moment, we thank you. If you're just joining now, you're just listening to this, you join a little bit later. We thank you for your donations at One Love Center. Make sure that you can go now to onelovecenter.org, click on the donate button, and it's going to take you to the PayPal. Do do your donations. You can even do recurring payments that will set you off for as long as you want to, and it's going to send the donations to us on automatically the date and time that you choose to. So also you can use Cash Me App, and it's really quickly, it happens really quick, a minute if so. And that is, the symbol sign is $ One Love CSL. And so, as always, we really appreciate your donations to One Love Center. And at this time, I would like to invite you to repeat with me. Put your hands in your heart as you begin to say, this is the amount that I'm giving. As soon as I finish, have that in your heart. Have that in your heart. And says, as money as one of the many gifts of spirit is good. As I share my offerings, I know that I am actively creating a space of to receive more gifts, more money, and more good. I am grateful for the ability to give and for the good works this gives to in our center and in our world. And now it is, and so it is. Ashe, amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your donations. Um, so the next thing is the announcements. The announcements. First of all, we have a waiting list for a class for beyond your limits. This class, as soon as we have about 6 people, we will start the class. Minimum 6 people. We will start the class. We will let you know when to come in and everything else. We'll give you all the details. So make sure that you go to onelovecenter.org/events so we can have your information and you can be on the waiting list. Also, at this time, I'd like to say that we are requesting someone to support us with technical assistance in managing our broadcast. So please contact us through reverendrat17@gmail.com or give us a call at 844-295-5155 to be of service. And we appreciate your desire to serve us and to be with One Love Center. This doesn't have to be a member. It can be a friend. It can be a family member. Whoever is desiring to share their gifts of talents, they can do that. And that's the way that they can do it. The other announcement that we have is that we have a convention coming up in July 22 to the 26th, July 22 to the 26th. So please make sure that you save the date for that event because it's amazing. We will be adding the link soon. As soon as I have it, we will be adding the link, but it's in Chapala, Mexico. So make sure that you do that, okay? Allow yourself. And then also, we also have payment plans. So just reach out to me and we'll be more than happy. Send me a message here via Facebook. You can do that. And you know how to get in touch with me or send us a message via onelovecenter.org. Okay. I think what else is there after the announcement? Oh, acknowledgement. I'd like to acknowledge all of you who have been here with us today. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your hearts. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for those of you that are listening to this broadcast later and are making comments and are sharing this broadcast with your friends and family in social media. That's a beautiful way of supporting our ministry as well. So we thank you. We appreciate you every way that you support One Love Center. So we can continue to do this service that we do with so much love. We believe in what we say. Not only we believe, but we practice and we know it works. And so we would love for you to experience that kind of life as well. Any comments? Any final comments, Patricia?
I just wanted to acknowledge that it is Black History Month,
Yes.
and I'd love to close out with a song. So when
Yes.
you're complete, I'll do that. Okay. Thank you.
Beautiful. So I was gonna ask you if you can do the closing song and then you can do your song.
Okay. So I'll do the song. So a little history about it. I wrote this song in honor of my ancestors, my mother and my grandmother, who basically instilled a lot in me around love, around being kind to people and compassion. And if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be where I am in my life now. So the song is called Woman, You've Come a Long Way, but I'm going to change the words to We've Come a Long Way today. So here we go. Hold on one second. We've come a long, long way. come a long, long way from bondage to freedom now. You know the trail is marked with heartache and loss. We must stand strong. You know you've given us a life of a much more choice. We now stand strong. Come on now, we've come a long, long way. We've come a long, long, long way now. We've come a long, long way from bondage to freedom now. You know we stand in our power. We stand side by side, singing our freedom song. You know our voices are strong. We have the power to shine, singing our freedom song. Come on now, we come a long, long way. We come a long, long, long way now. We come a long, long way from bondage to freedom now. You know I hear the song my grandmother sang. My mother sang it again. You know I'm saying it to my children and I'm singing to you. A song of freedom now. Come on, we've come a long, long, long way. We've come a long, long way now. We've come a long, long way from bondage to freedom now. Whoa, we've come a long way. We've come a long, long, long way. We've come a long, long, long way from bondage to freedom now. We've come a long way from bondage to freedom now. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. I can't hear you.
Thank you so much, beloved. It's so good to end this Sunday celebration with that beautiful song of freedom and remembering our ancestors and celebrating Black History Month as well. Beautiful way. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone, for being here with us today. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next Sunday. Till next
Many
time.
blessings, everyone. Have a magical and blessed week.
Yes, yes, yes.